Well, Dr. Barry Pierre is from Wellington Regional Medical Centre and he joins me now from Wellington, Florida. Thank you for coming on to BBC News. So this is quite a basic bit of medical kit, but very important in every hospital, isn't it?
Honest, that's very true. And there's not a patient that usually goes through the hospital that doesn't receive IV fluids in one way or the other.
So what are you noticing about these shortages where you are?
I think first and foremost, our hospitals kind of putting us on red alert, and they're making us be very cautious on who gets IV fluids. They're making us be very cautious on how long a person gets IV fluids. And now it's getting to the point where certain medications, whether it be antibiotics or antiviral type treatments, are now being taken separated from the IV fluids and given to patients directly.
How on earth do you make that decision about who gets the saline up through the bags and who doesn't?
A lot of times you tend to triage patients, and the sicker patients and the ones who really need it, and I really have to say I stress really need it, are the ones who get it. I think beforehand, because we had the supply there, if you were a patient, you were usually stuck to an IV bag of fluid. And now we're being very cautious on who gets it.
So what are the alternatives to using the bags then?
First and foremost, we try to encourage our patients to drink fluids. So if a patient is drinking fluids, that's a good sign that we don't need to give them IV fluids in their saline bag in general. And I think what was happening is we had patients who may have been okay not getting the IV solution, getting it because it was almost the standard.
And what do you think about the handling of this?
I think it's kind of troubling, especially from a public health background that I have. That one natural disaster can hit one continent, one territory of the United States, and it affects the whole country. So it is very concerning that it doesn't take much to really affect the whole industry.
OK, Dr. Barry Pierre joining us from Florida. Thank you very much for your time.